Hey everybody, this video brings us back out to Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. And the reason why we are in Kennett Square today is because we are back at Longwood Gardens, one of my all-time most favorite places in the world, a place I've been coming out to ever since I was a little kid. And I've been buying annual passes for the last, 10, 15, however many years it's been since I've been buying annual passes every single year. And the reason why I had to get back out here is because unfortunately, come mid next month, my annual pass does expire. Now I know what you're thinking, no big deal, whatever, just renew your annual pass, right? And you are correct about that. I could definitely renew my annual pass. However, with a trip to Florida coming up, or should I say a move to Florida coming up, I'm a little reluctant on spending money that I don't necessarily need to be spending. I'm trying to be more frugal when it comes to my money spending over the next year or so, because again, I do have a move to Florida coming up. That is the plan, to move down to Florida, and I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of expenses that are going to come with that, and as such, being frugal is probably the smart idea. So spending $200 to renew me and my family's annual passes might not be the smartest idea. However, with that being said, I just love it here so much. I always call this the Disneyland of horticulture. So if you love plants and flowers and beautiful just gardens and fountains and sculptures and topiaries and an amazing arboretum and houses you can go into and tree houses and all kinds of cool stuff like that, then you're gonna love this place. And you're gonna wanna come out here. And you are going to want to visit Longwood Gardens, which is why I love coming out here and why I love visiting Longwood Gardens multiple times a year. I used to come out here multiple times a month. Last year, I did not do that as much as I probably should have. Last year, honestly, I did not get out here as often as I probably should have. I did have an annual pass, and I do have an annual pass. It expires next month. But last year, I was kind of lacking, or should I say slacking, on getting out here. Why that was the case, I don't know. I don't know why I did not get out here as often as I usually do. And I'm kind of concerned that that might happen again this year, that I might buy an annual pass, spend the money, and then just not come out here as often as I should. I should honestly be coming out here once, maybe twice a month. If I come out here at least once a month, I will consider it worth the annual pass. But if I don't, then it's not really worth spending the money. But I love it out here so much. Like I said, been coming out here ever since I was a little kid. And then I started coming out here maybe 10, 15, however many years ago, started buying annual passes to come out here every single year. Because honestly, the first time I ever came out here for like an entire day as an adult, I was just blown away. I could not believe the immensity of this place, just how big it is. I'm not even beginning to show you guys. I've shot multiple videos out here, and I've shown you guys a slight little tidbit of what this park has to offer. You can literally spend the entire day out here. And the first time I did come out here as an adult, I did end up spending the entire day out here. I honestly thought I'd be out here for maybe a couple of hours. I would get out here when they opened, spend maybe 2-3 hours walking around, seeing what there is to see, and then go home like I do at pretty much every other place I've been to or any other gardens I had ever been to. I was not expecting this place to be as insanely large as it was. And I ended up spending the entire day from open to close. They do have a cafeteria here. You can get food. I ended up getting lunch and dinner at the cafeteria. Spent the entire day out here. It was amazing. One of the best times of my life. And I immediately knew I had to buy an annual pass so that I could continue to come out here as often as I possibly could. And I've had an annual pass pretty much every single year. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, every single year I've had an annual pass. Even during COVID, I had an annual pass to come out here. Coming out here during COVID was amazing. Yes, you had to wear masks and whatnot, but it was still pretty awesome to come out here and enjoy nature. You couldn't smell it as much with the masks on, unfortunately. Look at this. Awesome. Is this new? Why do I not remember? Why do I not remember that? See, you come out here, you just see new things all the time. You're always experiencing new things. You're always building new things out here, which is pretty awesome. Right now, a huge chunk of the Arboretum, unfortunately, is closed, but that's because they're expanding it. I believe maybe next year or something like that, it will be open. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Although when will I get to see it? I don't know. See, that's the issue. If I move to Florida, I'm gonna miss this so much. I'm gonna miss being able to just hop in the car and drive like a half hour or so out to Longwood Gardens and just walk around, whether I come with a family, a friend, or just by myself to kind of get away and enjoy nature. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it very, very much. And as such, there's part of me who's thinking, just buy the annual pass, renew your pass, spend the money so that you can at least get one more year of coming out here and enjoying this until next summer when you do end up moving down to Florida. That's my thoughts. But also, again, frugalness is in the back of my mind telling me, be good, don't spend money you don't have to spend, because the next year is probably going to get expensive. There's gonna be many trips where I'm gonna have to drive down to Florida, so gas alone is gonna be crazy. I'm sure wear and tear on the car. I'll probably end up needing new tires on the van at some point with all that driving. So it's gonna get kind of crazy traveling and just the expense of moving. I know it's gonna be crazy. I might have to rent a U-Haul truck or a moving company to move stuff. I don't know. It's gonna be nuts. So again, part of me is saying, don't do it. Be frugal. Just this year, maybe just don't go as crazy spending money and doing the things you usually do, because you gotta be good. But then part of me is like, but it's your last year to enjoy this. This might be the last time you get to come out here. Who knows? Because when I do come back to Pennsylvania, I'm going to revisit Pennsylvania. I'm not gonna stay away from here. I have friends and family and all kinds of amazing things to see and do out here. So I'm gonna come back up to Pennsylvania quite often. It's just when I do, am I gonna visit Longwood Gardens? I'm gonna want to, but this is, again, a whole day experience. Will I visit Longwood Gardens and spend the whole day here? Will I be out here long enough to do that? Maybe, possibly, but maybe not. And if I do, it might be an every couple of year thing. So maybe a couple of years so I actually get to come back out here. Look at these cypress knees. These knees I can see in Florida. I actually really look forward to going to Cypress Gardens, which is part of Legoland. Cypress Gardens used to be its own amazing attraction, and then it shut down. Legoland bought the property, and because Lego is an amazing company, they built a theme park, but kept the actual Cypress Gardens intact, which is really cool. And I look forward to actually visiting the Cypress Gardens. Are there any amazing gardens like this in Florida? I'm sure Florida has really cool, amazing gardens, but anything this big and this intense? That's the question. I don't know. Look at this creek here. Oh my gosh, there's about 1 million tadpoles inside there. Can you guys see all the tadpoles in there? There's a ton of them. There's gonna be all kinds of frogs very, very soon. They actually have giant bullfrogs down here. And throughout the summer, you can hear them croaking. Usually in the pond right over there, they actually have a ton of bullfrogs. I mean, they're everywhere. But I think that pond over there is where they kind of mostly hang out, right over there. You can't see it because there's a hill, but I assure you, right over there is a pond. Right where those trees are right there, right there. There's actually a little island. And the bullfrogs love hanging out on that island and croaking. And I've spent many hours just kind of hanging out and looking at the bullfrogs. It's very crowded out here today. There's a lot of school trips and a lot of people out here just on trips, which is awesome, as they should. My school never brought us out to Longwood Gardens. Why not? Why did my school never bring us out here? They should have, because it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's one of the greatest places in the world, if not just Pennsylvania alone. Look at this. How beautiful is that? You used to be able to actually walk down there. Now you can't. Maybe some kid fell into the water. Who knows? Safety reasons, I'm not sure. But again, just all kinds of things like this in Longwood Gardens, which is why I love it. There's so much to see, so much to do here. Like I said, you can literally spend the entire day just walking around and enjoying everything that Longwood Gardens has to offer. You will not get bored. You will have a fantastic time. And I don't want to give it up. I don't want to not be able to come out here. And if I just buy tickets every time I want to come out here, it would actually be more, it would just make more sense to actually renew my annual pass, me and my family's annual pass. I love bringing my son out here. I've been bringing my son out here ever since he was a baby, ever since we had to push him in a stroller. He has been coming out here and enjoying Longwood Gardens and all the different events they have all throughout the year. They do run multiple different events And it's a lot of fun, and your annual pass actually gets you into those events. So they're not like things I have to spend special money on. It's not like Disney, where you buy an annual pass, and then to go to their Christmas event, or their Halloween event, or their this event, or their that event, you have to spend, you know, hundreds of dollars to do that. Not here. Once you buy an annual pass, you get to come to all those events. I think they're limited. You have to like sign up for them, but still, you get to come to the events, enjoy the events. They do these like big like lighting events, these big art events. It's pretty amazing to come out here for all that stuff. They have an amazing fountain show out here, which I've been to many times. I would love to do that again this year. The more I talk about it, the more I'm kind of talking myself into spending the money, and I might do it. I think I might, just because I just love it here so much. Whether I come by myself or again with friends, with family, it doesn't matter. I just love it. And this summer, while my wife is at work and my son is off school, and I'm spending my days with him, it would be pretty cool to come out here and just bring him and me, just him and I, out here, enjoying Longwood Gardens, just together as a father and son trip. So, I don't know, I think I'm kind of talking myself into spending the money. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if before I leave, I go to the front counter, plop my annual pass down on the counter and say, renew this. Let me renew my annual pass. I'm probably going to end up doing that. I think I talked myself into it. It smells so amazing out here with all the spring flowers in bloom. It smells really, really good. Every flower just smells amazing, and you just like you get these like whiffs of air, like where just like the scent of the flower just hits you, and it's pretty amazing. Or the trees or whatever it is that smells, that scent hits you, and it's pretty amazing. It smells so great out here. Again, it's just the sights, the sounds, the smells, everything this place has to offer. It's pretty fantastic. And if you guys love water, if you love fountains, you're gonna love it out here. My son is a huge fan of water features. He's always been a big fan of water. Something about water for him, he's always been a big fan of. So needless to say, Longwood Gardens has always been a place he has enjoyed, if not just for this alone. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Pierre S. DuPont put together a pretty amazing place. I love the history of this. I actually have some DVDs at home talking all about the history of Longwood Gardens and Pierre S. DuPont, yes, the creator of the DuPont Company, the company that in the future would end up giving pretty much most of the world cancer. We don't need to get into that though, but still. If the DuPont Company ever did something good, Pierre S. DuPont didn't necessarily give the world cancer. His company ended up giving the world cancer, but still, Pierre S. DuPont, in of himself, created some pretty awesome things. And I would say, for all the technological things he created and all the different stuff his company came up with, and all the stuff his company gave the world, I think the greatest thing he ever gave the world was Longwood Gardens. And it's pretty awesome. You can actually explore his house. His house is here on property. You can go inside it, walk around it. It's really cool. Again, I just love it here so much. Like I said, I've been coming out here ever since I was a little kid. I remember coming out here during Christmas time. They have a train show. They still do have a train show out here every Christmas. And my grandfather was big into model trains. My family and I would come out here and see the model trains. And we still do that to this day. I bring my son out here. We come out here and we see the model trains at Christmas. We freeze to do it. It's very cold, very nice today, beautiful out today. But in the winter, it can get very cold here in Pennsylvania. Walking around during the winter months in Longwood is pretty nuts, but it's pretty awesome in of itself. Look at that view there. That's the meadows over there. Looks like they're actually building something here. Maybe I don't know what they're building. It looks like a stage. Maybe they're gonna have a concert here. I have no idea. Again, I'm kind of winded from walking up that hill. Again, they're always building new things. They're always doing amazing shows and amazing events. I think that is a stage they're building. So probably they're gonna have some kind of concert out here, which is pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to look in to see what that concert is. Maybe it's somebody whose music I enjoy. And chances are my annual pass would probably get me in to that concert, which is why, just another reason why I'm thinking about renewing, extending my pass, and not letting it lapse. because I do want one more year of coming out here and enjoying Longwood Gardens for everything it has to offer. The Meadows is one of my favorite places. One of the best things I love about Longwood Gardens is there are sections of this park you can go into and you'll just be alone. There's gonna be nobody there. I mean, there's really nobody right here now. If they weren't doing work over there on that stage, I'd be alone right now. There'd be nobody here. And the Meadows is a great place to actually get away. It's huge, it's immense. It used to just kind of be this one little area right here, and then they expanded it. Now it goes way, way back there, way back to a farmhouse. And you just walk, it seems like for miles. And you're just walking through this meadow, and there's all kinds of wildlife out there. There's birds, I've seen snakes and spiders and rabbits and squirrels and deer and all kinds of things, all kinds of great wildlife out in the Meadows in the past I've seen. It's pretty awesome. I love it so much. One thing I would recommend though is getting water when you come out here, because now that I've been walking for 15 minutes, I'm starting to get rather parched. And I'm thinking I should have grabbed a water before I started filming this video. In fact, I kind of want to go walk the Meadows, not necessarily with you guys. I'm going to let you guys go soon, but just by myself to get away. I have about another hour to go until I have to leave to go pick up my son from school. But I'm thinking I might go walk the Meadows. But before I do, I should probably get myself a water. That would probably make sense. I don't think I should walk all the way out to the farmhouse without something to quench my thirst, because it just sounds like a terrible idea to try to go out here without anything to drink. Where am I going right now? I have no idea. How am I getting lost? I honestly thought I was going down there, and now I'm going this way. Who knows? But the Meadows are fantastic, and there's so many parts of this park you can explore and pretty much be by yourself. I mean, if you look, there's hardly anybody out there. There's those two people right there, and then I don't see anybody else. And that's just this one little part of the Meadows. The Meadows goes way beyond those trees there, and I get out to an actual farmhouse, which is pretty awesome. You get out to that farmhouse, there is a restroom out there. Do not worry. You won't be stranded out there having to relieve yourself and not be able to. They should put some kind of food out there. That'd be cool. They put a little quick service area inside the farmhouse where you could grab yourself some water or some snacks. That'd be pretty amazing. Longwood, if you're listening, do that. Put a little kiosk out there to get some food. That'd be pretty awesome. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to bring you out here, talk about Longwood. I was going to ask you guys, should I or should I not renew? What do you guys think? I was going to get your guys' opinions. You guys can still leave your opinions down below if you want, but I think at this point, I pretty much talked myself into to renewing my pass. I realized it's one more year and probably my last year of being able to have an annual pass. Who knows when I'll be able to get back out here again. It could be years until I come back out here again. So why not renew the pass? Just be able to come out here anytime I want. Spend the summer coming out here with my son. That'd be pretty amazing. I'll probably end up doing that. Just look at this. Yes. It's amazing out here. Again, I love it so much. Right down there is Hourglass Lake. Again, another place you can see bullfrogs and turtles and snakes and all kinds of wildlife. This is how you get down to the main portion of the Meadows. I guess I'll take you guys down there, probably end the video then. But like I said, I've only shown you parts of this park in the past. I think I've taken you guys, have I taken you guys into the Arboretum? I think I have. I think I've taken you guys into the Arboretum, but I've probably only shown you parts of that. They win every year for the most amazing bathrooms. They win like best bathrooms of a park every year. And the reason is because they have this thing called the green wall. And it's these like bathrooms that have these amazing like walls that are like living plants. It's pretty amazing. And they're air conditioned and it's really nice. It's actually a pretty awesome place. There's a reason why they win best. There's a reason why they win best bathrooms every single year. If you've ever, I'm really starting to get parched. If you've ever visited the Green Wall, and you're well aware as to why those bathrooms are so amazing. I know I'm talking about bathrooms now, but that's how cool Longwood Gardens is. Longwood Gardens is worth talking about the bathrooms because they're so amazing. Those ones are. They're amazing. It's fantastic. Again, there's the Arboretum. There's the buildings you can go into. There's 3 different tree houses. There's just all the fields and all the fountains and the sculptures and just everything. All the different shows. Caution. Ooh, goose nesting nearby. You do want to stay away from geese. They are nasty if you get near their eggs. I have had that happen in the past. It's not fun. Look at this. I believe this is called Hourglass Lake. I'm not really seeing any wildlife at the moment, but I guarantee you there are frogs in here. Frogs that look very similar to this. Reptiles and amphibians. Absolutely amazing. Again, I just love it so much. This place means so much to me. It has since I was a little kid. And over the years, it has meant even more to me just because I've come out here so many times with my family, bringing my son out here again ever since he was a little baby. And I think we have to have at least one more year coming out here and enjoying Longwood Gardens. Again, this over here is the meadows. Used to just be this one little section right here, and then they expanded it to way out there. You can see there's a farmhouse way out there. Maybe you guys can see that. There's a farmhouse out there you can go to. It's pretty awesome. It's huge. It's intense, and I kind of want to walk out to the farmhouse, but before I do, I'm gonna have to get some water. There's no way I'm walking all the way out there without anything to drink whatsoever. That sounds like a terrible idea where I will pass out somewhere along the trail and somebody will have to save my life. And I don't need that, but all right, guys. So I think that's gonna do it for this video. Just wanted to bring you out here. I just wanted to come out here one last time, but I think at this point, it's probably not gonna be one last time. It'll probably be multiple more times because I just love it here so much. I just can't see myself not coming out here for one more year and enjoying everything this place has to offer, coming out for all the different events, coming out during Christmas. I have to renew the pass. I think I'm going to. So, all right, guys, this video, like I said, was meant to be me asking you guys, I don't know, what should I do? Should I renew? Should I not renew? And at this point, I'm going to tell myself, I should renew. I'm going to renew. I talked myself into it. I talked my own self into it during this video. Look at the bird nest over here. There's actually birds on it. Look at that. There's a mommy and daddy right there doing some nesting. Pretty awesome. Again, just beautiful out here. Nobody's really out here. You could walk up to the very edge of that tree line and you would be alone. I can't tell you how many times I've come out here and just sat on the bench and I didn't see anybody walk by for just like a good half hour. It's pretty awesome. Being out here, being by yourself, just, it's a good way to just kind of clear your mind. That's why I love coming out here. But all right, I gotta get some water. I'm quite parched. And then once I do get some water, I think I'm gonna walk out to the farmhouse. I have an hour to go. There's a ton of carpenter bees out here, which is weird because this is not wood. This is like laminate. But there's a ton of carpenter. Oh wait, never mind. This is wood. They're probably eating this. Stupid carpenter bees. They've destroyed my patio. They're probably destroying Longwood Gardens as well. Sometimes nature is not all that great. But anyway, guys, so like I said, I'm gonna go get some water, probably walk out to the farmhouse. I have an hour to kill until I have to leave. So, all right, guys, with that, we are done. If you guys have ever been to Longwood Gardens, if you've ever come out here, if you've ever enjoyed this, maybe you have an annual pass, leave a comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts on how much you love Longwood Gardens, because I'm just gonna assume you do love Longwood, because how could you not love a place like Longwood Gardens? One of the greatest places in the world, one of the greatest places in Pennsylvania, and I have to buy another annual pass. So, all right, guys, like I said, leave comments down below about your love for this amazing park. And then I will see you guys in the next video. So, as always, guys, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month. Big carpenter bee. Anyway, if you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also, check down below for a link to stop fighting carpenter bees. Right in front of me, too. Anyway, check down below for links to, spreadshirt. If you guys want to pick up a spreadshirt, a t-shirt. Stupid bees. Anyway, I really need water. Proceeds both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon do get help supporting the show and keeping the show going. So I really do appreciate it. All right, so again, guys, thanks for watching. Longwood Gardens, thinking I'm going to spend the money. I'm buying myself and my family another annual pass because I have to. I have to continue to come out here. It's too amazing not to. I love it. All right, guys, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you do hit that subscribe button or you are subscribed, then I will see you in tomorrow's video. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye.